strangers in a changing season. We cool together and it all feels good. You know we wouldn't trade a thing, and I think I know the reason. The moment comes to passing, the meaning's understood. It's all love and laughter. We're growing older together. We're gonna find our way. We're finding joy and magic in our lives as we get older. This is our life in the middle. Life in the middle. Life in the middle.
Welcome back to Life in the Middle. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Travis. We were young, dreaming, and back in the day, and that's a natural feeling. But today we want to talk about where we're going and what we're dreaming about these days.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the way, kids and careers and responsibilities, mortgages, dreams can start feeling unrealistic and selfish. Tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about something many people in the middle of years are wrestling with. Are we still allowed to dream? So, what do you think about having dreams in this stage of life?
I think I mean we still dream. I just think that our dreams change, right? Like we don't have the same dreams, so we grow up. I don't know, reality checks on some of those, and uh, the things we want change. I mean, the things that make us happy change, and then I think we you grow up and you feel like I don't need some of the things that I dreamed of before. So I don't think I don't think we're not allowed to dream. I think everybody gets to dream of something better or more that they want. But I think it just changes as you grow.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're gonna kind of explore today is, but how this stage of life your dreams change. I think when you look back, like when we first got married, or maybe even before we got together, your personal dreams were probably to have a nice house and nice car and be able to go on 2 vacations a year and stuff like that. And now uh, those changed. Where I think the dream now is just to grow old and be happy.
Yeah.
So um, what did you think our life would look like at this age when you were younger, when we first got married?
I don't know. I mean, I think everybody like wants the newest of and nicest of everything, right? Like so when you dream of things like, oh, it's the best it could ever be, right? Like the best house with the nicest stuff and I think you dream about things and then I mean as I got older I realized that like happiness is the goal, right? Like it's not the new having the nicest all that stuff because that stuff doesn't make you happy like at all. So, because there's always going to be somebody that has more, has something newer, has something nicer. And then you just want those kinds of materialistic things. And then as you age and you feel like um, life gets a little bit more or less complicated, I guess would be the better way of saying it, less complicated. And you figure out that all you really want is to be happy every day.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's I think you start out, when we were married, we had all these big plans that we want to do this and that. And um, I think as you grow and mature, you realize it's not about the material part of it.
Yeah.
It's more about just being happy. And
Yeah. And
that's
when
what
we
we're
were
trying to
younger, I
do.
mean, I'm sure I dreamed of the biggest house and the
Right.
nicest cars and uh kids who were like number one in every sport and
Right.
the what people think that they want, right? That's kind of when
Yeah.
they were
So
younger.
do you think people just stop dreaming, or we just get busy with life, and that's where the dreams end?
I don't think anybody ever stops dreaming. I mean, like I think, my dad's getting close to retirement. I think he's dreaming of retirement and fishing on his boat
Yeah.
and all those things. I don't think you ever stop dreaming. I just think the dreams change. You just get older, you get wiser and things
Yeah, I think
change.
you're right. I think it's just a change in your mental mentality as you get older. And obviously, with kids, you start dreaming about what they can do, or where they're going to go with their life. And anybody that has kids, they'll humble you real quick, because if you think they're going to do one thing, they're going to do something different for sure.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
um,
I was sure one of our children would play baseball.
yeah,
That did
for
not
sure.
happen.
It did not.
I mean, there was a moment, like, Pee Wee, like,
Yeah, neither one of
some
them even
T-ball league,
cared
but
whatsoever. So,
no, and it was I don't know. I wish they had, but like, I'm glad that they did what they did, and I'm so happy that they're happy. So,
when was the last time you felt excited about trying to pursue something new? Uh, Say maybe you're looking closer to you have a dream about doing something and you started pursuing that.
um, I mean, I have little dreams, I
Yeah,
mean, we I mean, just yeah, in something in particular to think about. Like we really wanted to be hands on and very involved at church, and we dreamed of all these little things that we could do
yeah,
or big events we could do. And I think that for the most part, if we have a great church family and a great church community. So like for that, like we dreamed something up and they're like, let's do it, like and that's great. So those are kind of things that we do all the time, and I really wanted a job, a position where I could be home on the weekends and really enjoy what I do, and I've done that. So I mean, I think that my dreams didn't get smaller. They just got more realistic, and I don't dream about those big things anymore. If that makes sense.
yeah. I think for me, we when we started this podcast, that was something very exciting. It was just a kind of a pipe dream we talked about for a couple, maybe a year or so, and we found a route to be able to do it. And I
Yep.
think that's one thing I was excited for, that we got to do this together. And
Yeah.
it's a small dream. It doesn't take much to go out and create something like this. It
Yeah.
just takes the time and the effort to do it. And we did that together, and I was excited about that. So that's probably the last thing that I was excited about pursuing that was new. Um, so kind of talk over what happens in the to dreams in the middle years. Why do you think maybe people think that you stop dreaming in your middle ages? You know?
I mean, because when you're young and I'll say naive, but you're young and inexperienced in life, um, your dreams are usually, not saying with everybody, but your dreams are usually something that like uh I want to be a nurse. I dreamed about being a nurse and I had that happen, but that was when I was younger. So now I'm a nurse. I've already realized that the biggest dreams of my life, I've realized I wanted a wonderful husband and children, and I have those. And I wanted a great career, and I have that. So now I'm in middle age where I have these things that when I was a young kid or in my teens, I dreamed of having. Now I have them. So I didn't stop dreaming. The biggest ones of my life I've realized already,
Right.
right? I'm in the middle of my life, so I've realized, thank God for that. Like I mean, there's some people that, can't start some of those big dreams until later in life, but for me, I feel like I've hit it, some of the biggest things, and now I only dream of the small things every day that like make us happy and move us towards, like, I guess, my ultimate dream. So, um I mean, I guess I don't think people stop dreaming. I think that people just have hit dreams and I don't think they realize it.
Yeah, and I think if that's your set of dreams. I think if you really think about it, a lot of people maybe stop dreaming, say they wanted to become a professional baseball player, and as you get older, that those opportunities are not there
Yeah,
anymore. So you're not able to
that's
do that, or um, there's different dreams for everyone. So I think there's also a time in your life where you realize that, especially for like sports dreams and things like that, that those dreams aren't in the cards anymore just because of your age.
yeah,
That doesn't mean that you can't pursue a life in that sport. You can still be a coach. You could still help kids out. You could still go and work for a team like that. You just may not be on the field and doing those things. So I think time is part of that. I also think, like you said, you realize those dreams are throughout throughout maturing. You realize those dreams weren't really dreams at all, and you have completely new dreams now that
yeah.
you don't even chase after. So, um, do you think the responsibilities crowd out dreams, or they help reshape them? It's kind of the leeway from that the last statement I made. I think, you know, your responsibilities as you grow older change. You know, you can't become a professional race car driver after you have kids because it's too dangerous. And um, so those responsibilities change that dream. You end up doing something different. Do you think the responsibilities help form new dreams for you?
Yeah. I mean, I think that as life changes, so do your dreams. I mean, so do because it's what's important to you at any given time in your life, right? So, um, being a race car driver, as an example, would be like as you get older, and if you're not a certain age at a certain time in a certain
Right,
place, I mean, and have the skill set and the money behind you, it's gonna be real hard for you to do that at
right.
40, right? So, and those responsibilities, they I think at one point you drove four wheelers. So at
Yeah,
one point you drove four wheelers, and I'm sure you wish that you were racing because that's your
yeah,
favorite thing. And then along came Kingston, and four wheeler got put on the back
for sure.
burner, and all the things it went towards family, but it wasn't that you didn't realize a dream or anything. It's that all of a sudden this little human was the dream, and you've realized it.
Yeah,
Like this little human meant way more than anything else I'm doing. So I'm gonna put all of my energy in that, and then your dream changed. And it might be because of responsibility, but that didn't mean that it like you didn't realize your dreams. It's just that your dreams changed to something different, something that meant more.
yeah. It's it's definitely those responsibilities that I don't think they, as this says, crowd out your dreams. They just reshape them and show you probably what you were meant to do, not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Is having kids allowed me to focus more on what I was supposed to be doing, not what I just enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
So, um, do you feel pressure to stick with what we have as far as, or do you yearn for more than what we have? You dream to have
No.
a bigger house, a better car, those types of dreams.
I mean, like, I guess not everyone wants a new car, right? Like,
Right.
see
I
one, you're
mean,
like, oh, I like that. I mean, if I if I could live another 50 years in this house with you and our church family doing the
yeah.
job that I do now, and our kids, as they age, have families and stuff like that, I would be the most content, happiest person on earth because I do not need more than what I have right now. I don't.
Yeah,
Like it makes me completely 100% happy.
I agree with you 100%. Um, yes, I would like to possibly have a better house in the future or a better car, but if what we have at this moment is the last um, luxury items we ever have, I would be completely
Yeah.
okay with all of
I'm
that.
completely happy with
Yeah.
where I'm at.
So
Uh
contentment,
couldn't
and maybe that's the dream, is being content.
I strive every day just to be happy. I mean, not saying that I don't get upset, I don't
Yeah.
get irritated because the girls at work could tell you like things irritate me, and just like any other person. Uh, but overall, looking at my life, I'm happy in our relationship. I'm happy in our marriage. I'm happy with our kids. Um, I'm happy with our church community. I'm happy with my job. I'm happy. So if I could just be this happy the rest of my life, there's nothing more to dream for in this life,
Yeah.
at
So what
least.
about this? Could middle years actually be the best time to start chasing something?
If you feel like you want to. I mean, like, for me, I just don't. I'm not. I'm not. Content always kind of has a for me like it feels like it has like a negative connotation
Yeah.
to it. You're just content in your life. I am happy, right? So I guess if you want to chase something to get to happiness, then yes,
Yeah.
go for it, but I am my dream is to be happy, and that's what I am. I'm happy. So like I don't know. I mean, I guess if you feel like there's a need, if there's something missing in your life, then absolutely go chase a dream, but
Yeah.
I just feel like, to be happy is my dream and I'm happy, just couldn't imagine anything adding to where how happy I am. I'm assuming in several years, hopefully, when there's no more schooling and college and careers are happening, there will be something that I will want more than anything, and I'm hoping one of these boys give me a grandbaby
I'm sure
a
they will.
long time from now.
I'm sure they will.
But that's about the only thing I think I dream of grandkids and rocking chairs on the porch watching grandkids play. That's about it. Like, I mean, that's my dream right now, I guess.
So for me, when you talk about could you start chasing something, I have a couple of strong beliefs. One, when it comes to your health, uh, because we've been on a journey
Yeah.
here over the last 8 months. There is no time better than now. I don't care how old you are or what age you are, than to start going after your health and making sure that you're
Yeah.
there, that you feel better, that you're more healthy for your family. I also feel about your finances. If no matter where you are in life, if you haven't started, now's a good time to start chasing that. As far as being able to retire and do what you want to do and
Yeah.
live further life, um, that those two things I believe strongly. I also believe if you have the conviction to want to do something better with your life, because maybe you haven't been. There's no better time than now. I don't care what time, what age you are, to go out and find your purpose. That's really how I feel about that. So we've talked a little bit about changing dreams and stuff, but how do they look different now, that we're in our middle ages? Are our dreams now different from when we were younger? I think we kind of covered
Absolutely.
that a little bit. That they
Yeah, I mean, we
definitely
kind of
are.
covered that. I mean, they change as you grow older.
Yeah, and I think as a kid, I wanted to be a race car driver, and then as a early adult, um, I wanted to be a machinist, and then after that, I wanted to own my own business. And now that I'm in my middle ages, I've landed in a spot that I really love as far as career wise. That uh, meets all my needs, meets my family needs. So, uh, just pursuing being happy now is really
Yeah.
where I'm at. So,
Yeah.
um, do you think we want different things out of
No.
life?
We're basically the same person. We know this. I mean, as far as I would think, there's not much that we want that's different from each other.
Yeah, I don't think we're chasing fame or success. I think
No.
we're chasing peace and happiness. That's
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a key to marriage, is just to be on the same wavelength, right? I don't need to. We don't. It would be cool if we had 100,000 viewers every time we posted one of these things,
Yep.
but I don't need that, and don't care if we
Yeah.
ever get
I
that. So,
literally don't. I don't check. You probably do, but I
yeah,
don't.
from
Like,
time to time.
I do this, and we have a conversation together, and it's fun to do. It's a great experience with you. I don't check to see how many people view. I do have people come up to me at church and say that
They
I
watch
heard
it.
the new episode, but like, and that's wonderful. But like, I don't check it, so I don't know. I mean, we could go viral all of a sudden, and I would never know it.
Are our dreams now more about the impact or achievement, you think?
Impact.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I think
think
it's
like we set goals that for a lot for people. Like I think for me, I show my love by acts of service, and so I um dreams that I have are things that I can do at our church or in our community that would make a difference to someone, even if it's just one person. So
yeah, I agree. I think it's all about being intentional about impacting our community, impacting other people, the kids that we uh, we work with at church, impacting their lives in some positive direction. I think that's all kind of what we look for nowadays.
yeah, for sure.
And there's a lot of happiness in helping other people for
Absolutely,
sure. So,
absolutely.
have our kids changed what we dream about? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have. I mean, uh, I dream more for them. I think now, like I dream that like my dream is for them to be uh accomplished in whatever field they decide to be in. To find good Christian women to tie themselves to for the rest of their life, and to be good, strong fathers and men, and be like assets to our community, our church. all of those things that I dream, those are my biggest dreams.
Yeah.
And at some point you step back and go, well, I don't know if I can make that happen or not. They've got to do that part. But that I guess that's the biggest part. Like that. I mean, I dream now for the future, or for our children's futures more than really mine.
Yeah, I agree too. It's I my dreams as far as long for the kids is I want them to be happy and proud of what they do for a living, whether that's digging ditches or running CEO of a company. I
Yeah.
want them to be happy and proud of what they do. I'll always be proud of them. So my dream is for them to get to a point in life where they are happy about what they do for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So, uh, so do you think some dreams might be better because we found out what we want to do later in life than earlier in life?
I mean, I think dreams come true no matter what age you are. I mean, uh, that's a good thing no matter what. You know what I mean? So I don't wouldn't say later or earlier is fine, but I mean, I know I can appreciate what I have more
Now.
now than when I did when I was younger.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the caveat there is that I think when you're younger, if you're chasing a certain dream and you receive those, that you may not appreciate it as much as you do once you mature and get to a stage of life where those little things mean so much more. So, um, and I think you also lower your expectations too when you're in your late teens, early 20s. You might think you're going to be a professional baseball player, and that's the dream you have, but you're those aren't realized for very many people. So um, maybe the dream you have after that is more
Yeah,
realistic, so it's more fulfilling for you.
yeah.
So for sure. All right, let's do our this or that segment. Well, this is the dreams edition. So starting something new or mastering what you already do.
You answer first. I don't know.
I'm a start something new person. I joke with Jenna all the time that my ADHD makes me. I try to pivot it to where I'm learning something new. So every year I try to focus on one thing I want to learn new. Try to pick out at the beginning of the year and kind of focus on that. So I'm always starting something new, looking for something more fun to kind of keep my brain firing and going. So that's where I would go.
I think I'm the opposite there. I really do. I just sitting here thinking about what the things that I do and the things that make me happy. Um, I think I would rather master what I do. Right. I would like to be great at my job. I want the events that we do at church to be the best, like the
Yeah,
best possible version of it could be. Like, Breakfast was saying, I want more people there this year. And I want, we do the amazing race and I want the clues to be so much better. And I want everybody to have so much more fun and there be more teams. And,
right.
so there's just different things. I think I guess I like mastering and fixing and making everything I do better, I
Well,
guess.
how about big risky dreams or small meaningful dreams?
Meaningful. It's for me, it's quality over quantity.
Yeah, I agree. There are sometimes that I look at big risky dreams and think that pie in the sky that'd be nice, but when it comes down to it, it's small meaningful stuff that it actually at the end of the day makes it better. So small meaningful dreams is something I'd much rather chase.
Absolutely.
So, um, would you prefer a dream job or a dream lifestyle?
So do I have to work for the lifestyle? I mean, I guess if I didn't have to go to work and I could be here all day just doing whatever I wanted to, I'd be okay.
Right? I mean, if
So
that's
I
the
guess that's the lifestyle.
right,
It didn't like when you said that, I didn't even think about like big mansion.
right,
I was just thinking like I don't have to work
you don't
for
have to
to pay
work.
bills. Like I don't have to pay bills. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
lifestyle I want. I don't
there
have
you
to
go.
go pay bills. Not that I don't love my job, but I might not do it every single day just because if I don't have to. I mean, I don't have to pay bills. I'll stay here and think up more church events, I guess.
Financial freedom or creative freedom? It's a
Hmm,
tough one.
it's very tough. Um, I mean, is some I think it's really hard for me to answer because I really don't feel like I like creative freedom with what?
Whatever
Like
you want to do.
I mean,
So I
more
would
so
go
on the
financial
creative
freedom
side of it.
just
I mean,
because.
financially, I don't want to owe
Yeah.
anybody
Right.
anything, but like creative freedom, I've never had anybody like restrict my creativity, I guess.
Right.
So I guess that's what it's hard for me to.
Yeah. I'm financial freedom just because I'm a analytical person and I want to make sure all that stuff works. So that's where I would go for sure. Um, would you rather work on a passion project or just have a comfortable routine?
Oh, I mean, there's always a passion project going on in this house.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost
Like
like our routine, to
it,
be
it is
honest
our
with you.
routine to have a passion project going. Like this April is we're going towards Amazing Race in
Yeah,
April, and then we have the college trip coming this summer,
yeah,
and that we always have a passion project
for
going.
sure.
Like it's always something moving here, so that's a routine. I'll take both, I guess.
Yeah, because it's we kind of lean to both. So,
Yeah,
would you rather build something or experience something?
I would rather probably build something. Um, for me, it's the build things last.
Yeah,
Experiencing something it doesn't last forever, and so there's always an ending to those kinds of things. So building, and the example that popped into my head was that uh the college age kids that we have at church, it wasn't really a program,
right.
right? So, we were trying to build that program to last, and those experiences that we take them on, those are quick and they're a lot of fun. I love doing them, but it's hopefully them coming back to church all the time, them being together, them having support. That whole ministry is the thing we built. So
Yeah, I was gonna go right down the middle. I was gonna say, I want to build something that ends with an experience,
gotcha.
right? So, um, building a program or something that has an experience aspect to it.
Yeah,
So, whether that's experiencing the love of someone or or experiencing the growth of people in their lives, or whether it's an experience like whitewater rafting that we take the kids on. uh, I want to build something that has an experience tied to it.
yeah.
That makes sense. Well, what do you think, that kind of ends that segment? So um, what do you think actually stops people in their 30s or 40s from chasing dreams they have?
Oh yeah, there has to be responsibilities, right? Like you have a job that you don't particularly like, and you wish you were doing something else, but you've got
Yeah,
kids to feed and bills to pay and those kinds of things. So I'm sure that's what it is. Or you absolutely hate your job and you can't leave it, right?
right.
So there's a lot of things that I think that responsibility wise that stop people from doing that. Um, that's how that is,
I
but
think,
I feel like, I mean, hopefully people can, get out of those situations and actually reach a goal, reach a dream.
yeah, I think that's probably the scariest thing when you're in your 30s or early 20s, 30s, is the responsibilities change everything. Kids, bills, all those things start coming to be more important than anything. So if you're in a position where you aren't going towards, say, that dream job you want, sometimes you can feel stuck. So um and you can't leave your job because you won't be able to pay your bills. So it is a tough situation, and I agree with that. Is it fear or failure? Is fear or failure stronger now than when we were younger?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't think so.
Fear of failure stopped me from a lot of dreams when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Failing is learning, failing is part of life, but you figure that out in your 30s and 40s,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
You can fail the biggest way, but I mean, we always say, and there's God, right? Like that's where God is. I mean, we know his plan's bigger than all of ours. So we failed in the biggest ways. I mean, some people could fail and God was right there with us and showing us the path to everything else. So I mean, I'm not afraid of failing anymore. Like I'm just not. It
No,
just
I'm not
because
either.
failing's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I think if I could go back and tell younger Travis, uh, do that thing. Don't worry about failing. It's not a big deal. because you'll learn in the process. So,
I'm trying to teach the kids that's really
yeah,
hard.
for
Like,
sure.
we have one of our children who just scared to fail,
Yeah,
and I wish that I could take some of that away from him and just understand, like, hey, you're gonna fail.
yeah,
That's
it's
life.
part of life for sure.
And you're gonna hate it at the moment that it's happening, and then uh, just right down the road, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I learned something there," or I mean, that was a funny
Yeah.
story, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So
Do we worry what other people think more now in
don't
this stage
care.
of life?
I do not
Yeah,
care.
what an easy question. I do
Do
not
not
care what
care.
people think about me or my family. And I think that's
I take that back. I care some. Okay, I can't say I do not care.
right.
I care if people think we're nice, kind people.
Yeah.
Like that's about it. Like if someone really thinks that I am just a horrible, mean person, then I have not done my job as a human to treat people with kindness, right?
Well,
And love. But I don't think anybody thinks that. Like, but what they think about my house, what I drive, what I wear, what I look like, I don't care. I do
yeah.
not care.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't I don't compare myself to other
Yeah,
people anymore.
yeah.
That's really
As
what
long
it
as
is.
people think that
I
like I treat them kindly,
I
I'm
do care if people, yeah, won't care if I'm a nice person or not. But in the same token, not everyone's gonna think you're a nice
no,
person.
no, no.
So it's hard to it's hard to please everybody.
Absolutely.
So um, do you think it's harder to take risk now that we're older than when we were younger?
I don't s- there I think we calculate a little bit more, right? Like we have a little bit more knowledge when we're going to make decisions that I guess would be risky, right? So we don't tend to take many high risk situations, right? So uh am I afraid to take a no because even if high risk, we've already kind of analyzed them. A little
Yeah.
type A here's gotten through everything. So I'm,
So what's one risk you think we should have taken sooner to than we actually did?
move, move. Uh, Nursing school should maybe should have came first. Like a little bit sooner, maybe. Uh, Moving would have been
Yeah, I
was
think
my
our move to Franklin
I
for
moved to
sure.
Franklin. Yeah, that's
Uh,
we. I think. I mean, no offense to Bowling Green. We were, but we were right there with Joanne and
yeah,
Dave, and then that was what needed to happen at the time. But Franklin has been like a game changer for us. I love
for
it here.
sure.
So moved to Franklin a lot sooner. That was the move I was talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you
Yeah,
100%. I think moving to Franklin would probably doing it sooner, but in God's time, He put us in the right place at the right time.
every
So
single time.
every single time. Um, so do you think the Middle Ages might be the most powerful time for dream chasing?
Yeah,
I
I think
think,
you got enough knowledge and it's still enough energy, right? It's depleting, right? But enough time and energy, enough experience, to maybe get some dreams accomplished. I guess. Um,
yeah, I think now you have the experience and the wisdom of failure. That
hmm
now, if you have something, you can take the steps to actually chase those dreams. Um, whether it's starting your own business or um, trying to chase after saving money so that you can have a lake house when you retire
Yeah,
or whatever those dreams may be. Now you have the opportunity to be able to actually do those things.
yeah,
And I think that's actually what makes the Middle Ages your most powerful time doing
yeah,
those things. So,
absolutely.
are you less worried about impressing other people now than you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. What can we build in the next 10 years if we started today? You think?
I think our goal is to build retirement right now, so we can build more retirement.
Yeah, I think that
That's about it. Like, I mean, not about it, but that's about what we want, right?
I mean, I think we could build any dream we wanted to in the next 10 years
Absolutely.
if we wanted to. If it was,
We can do anything. I know
yeah,
that. What I'm saying is like, what realistic?
yeah,
What will we be building of retirement?
yeah. I think that's our goal for now is to to make sure that we have enough retirement to live we want it the way we wanted to. That way, we don't have to work for the rest of our lives,
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I
sure.
agree.
And luckily, we both got good jobs that will allow us to be able to do that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so what dream are you still quietly lives in the back of your mind that maybe you don't have the opportunity to do anymore, but you're like, man, I really wish I could have done that. I mean,
Nothing
for
that I haven't realized. Like there's stuff in the future, but I don't have any. I don't have
I
any.
mean, for me, I would love to drive race cars for sure. I know that's not something that's ever going to be in the cards for me, but in the back of my mind, that's something that I would love to do.
Yeah.
But it's not a dream that I'm chasing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything along that lines?
I wanted to be a nurse since I was a kid. I became a nurse.
Yeah,
I like what I do.
that's great.
So the career wise that happened. I wanted some kids and I got them. I got a great husband. I don't know. I
Yeah.
No, there's really nothing in my mind that I didn't do. Maybe I'm really very blessed that way. Very blessed.
So, do you think we're more confident now in our dreams than we ever have been?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, that kind of wraps up today's episode. Anything you want to share with our listeners about dreams in the future from your middle age?
No, I mean just it's still those things are still you can accomplish, right? So, but just do what makes you happy. I mean, like that your ultimate
I think that's the
dream
key.
should be happiness and peace because um life is way too short um to do anything but happy. And if you're angry every day, do something to change that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So, I have a closing thought I want to leave with, but if you have what's one dream, you guys, what's one dream you still have? Even if you've never said it out loud, maybe you put it in the comments here in the comments section, like and subscribe. Let us know what those dreams are for you guys. But my closing thoughts today would be dreaming isn't just for the beginning of life. The middle might actually be the best place for it. When we know who we are now, what matters, and how quickly time moves. Maybe the question isn't whether you're allowed to dream. Maybe the question is, what would happen if you actually started now? With that, this has been Life in the Middle. I'm Travis,
And I'm Jenna.
and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Life in the middle